Hey, Ask Avi number 7, I think. What's one movie you consider a guilty pleasure? I don't like using the term guilty pleasure, but, what's one movie like? I honestly know, I made a post about this yesterday. I think the High School Musical movies are legitimately not great movies, but they're good movies. Like, I like them, I actually like them. Not ironically or anything. Okay. Any Best Picture predictions yet? It's going to be the standard. I think Dunkirk and Call Me By Your Name. I don't even know what's the best showman on earth, greatest showman on earth, whatever it's called. Yeah. Um, Worst CGI in a movie you've seen in theaters. I don't really. I'll go. Should I just go with the generic answer again? Like, I don't really complain about CGI, unless it's like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but no, there's nothing really bad. People would go maybe like Jurassic World, but eh. Thoughts on David Fincher directing World War Z 2? Is it confirmed? I think it was officially confirmed. I haven't seen the first one. The only Fincher movie I've seen is Social Network, and that's considered more of a. Oh my gosh, I blanked on his name. Oh my gosh. Aaron Sorkin, gosh. Yeah. I mean, I like Social Network. um, Greatest action film of any time speed. Greatest action film. That would be. See, I'm also more recent on that. I wouldn't even say like Fury Road. Does Kingsman count? That's the greatest movie that's like primarily action. Yeah, it's recent, but I really enjoy Kingsman. Uh, how do you go about stating your opinions on a movie that everyone else loves but you just find okay? Especially when you can't think of anything you disliked in it. It's kind of like how I felt about Manchester by the Sea the first time. Well, I only saw it one time, but it was just personal things that happened that made me change my opinion. Um, how do I go about stating my? I don't know. I just do a regular review. I don't really care what other people think. Do personal problems, scandals with celebrities change how you look at a film? No, because I separate movie from the person. Like, I was talking about Hacksaw Ridge, and I was like, oh, I like the movie. And so it was like, oh, you can't support it because Mel Gibson is anti-Semitic. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm watching the movie. So yeah, that's, or I haven't seen Birth of a Nation, so. Okay, more questions. Well, there was one, what Pixar short would I want to make into a live action movie? Probably do like Sanjay Super Team, do it in Incredibles, the Incredibles route. There's also a feature related short for Up. So I'd like that, and it was like hand drawn animation. I would like that. But yeah, probably Sanjay Super Team. If you have what would convince people to go see more smaller releases? Probably if they were released in more theaters. Like, movies released in less theaters make less money because they're in less theaters. Favorite Fincher movie? Well, Social Network. Favorite Gyllenhaal performance? The only one I might have seen is the recent. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on so many movies. What was this most recent movie that he was in with Aaron Taylor? Nocturnal Animals. And I really didn't care for Nocturnal Animals, I know. Favorite original standalone sci-fi movie that doesn't have a franchise? That doesn't have a franchise? Gosh. I need to do some Googling for that. I don't know, because I'd answer Back to the Future. But, E.T.? Like, I don't know. Sure. So many sci-fi movies have sequels. Um, what are some films that you really like that you feel don't get talked about as much as they should be? This is good. This is actually like a really. This could also go into like what's an underrated movie. I really love the movie Pop Star. Never Stop, Never Stopping, and it bombed at the box office, but it's a really great comedy. Arthur Christmas is another one that I don't think gets talked about as much. I'm less into indies, but if fine, an indie. Captain Fantastic, I really like. Yeah. What's the level of not being talked much? Top 3 childhood movies. I don't know, I'm a kid still. I'm 18. Top 3 childhood movies? Let's go. There was this movie that came out like 12 years ago called Everyone's Hero. Or Everybody's Hero. It's like a talking baseball and has Robin Williams in an uncredited role and maybe Rob Reiner, I think. Whoopi Goldberg, I think. Jake T. Austin, Raven Simone, I think. I could be way off on some of those people. Yeah. Top 3 movies that take place in high school. I'm serious, it's a good movie, High School Musical. Top 3? Can't even think. I would say Ferris Bueller, but that's not primarily in high school, I guess, and I don't really like it that much. Yeah, I'm really have unpopular opinions. Also Easy A, but I didn't like it that much. I like, I guess, the Duff that takes place, but yeah, I don't know. Top 5 comic book movies. This is also more recent. I'd probably go with just my top 5 MCU movies. Does Kingsman count? Kingsman, Ant-Man, Guardians, Civil War. I could throw Batman Superman in there. I really like Batman Superman. Well, Dark Knight, yeah. No one agrees with me on anything. Top 3 movies I think deserved an Oscar. Just deserved a win. And Best Picture, Inside Out, that didn't even get a nomination. Back to the Future, it's like my favorites. Like, my favorite movie that won is Moonlight. Yeah, Inside Out was really good. That's just a recent thing that didn't get a nomination that should have. Yeah. What else? Animated. Well, Lego Movie deserved to be win animated. It didn't even get nominated. Worst movie I saw last year, Norm of the North. Okay. Next. There was like, what Pixar or Disney property should do a crossover with Minions? I don't know. Because anything, it would just ruin it, so I may as well pick up one of the... Sure, do the Cars franchise. Because it's already bad. I don't want to ruin any. Favorite non-Pixar animated short. Non-Pixar? Gosh. And I haven't seen like World of Tomorrow. Shoot. I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember it being good. It was the one that played before... Gosh, I don't even know. Wreck-It Ralph, maybe? Paperman? Did that play before Wreck-It Ralph? Whatever one played before Wreck-It Ralph. Because when I saw Wreck-It Ralph in theaters, I didn't really like it even. I've warmed up to it a little bit, but yeah. If I could go to dinner with 3 movie characters, who would they be? I don't know. These are good questions. 3 movie characters. I'm just gonna pick like my favorite ones. Brick Tamland from Anchorman. Nadine from Edge of 17. That's an odd choice. 3. Truman from Truman Show. That's like that. I didn't put thought into that. That's just like my favorite characters. Most forgettable movie in the top 10 box office. So I'll do domestic and worldwide, and I have like a few more minutes. Yeah, so I'll hurry this up. Domestic and worldwide. I did look this up before. It's probably like, gosh, top 10 domestic. I'd go with Dory, maybe. Yeah, that's in the top 10 domestic. Worldwide, I'd probably go even the Avengers. Yeah, the first Avengers. For both, why not? The first Avengers, pretty forgettable. I don't know. Guys, I have weird opinions. What film character do I see myself most in? It's weird. It's Nadine from Edge of 17. I really like Edge of 17. That's another movie people should see. I have weird opinions. This is me. Best decade in film. Trying to think. I've seen recent stuff, as you could tell. I go the 80s, but I'd go this decade, 2010s. Did I skip anything? Favorite genre, comedy. What movie from each month of the summer am I looking forward to? May would be Kingsman. Gosh, now I need to go back to box office. June would be Captain Underpants. Come on, people. Get hyped for Captain Underpants. I seriously cannot wait for Captain Underpants. July would be probably Spider-Man, even though I'm not really looking forward to it. And August would be The Hitman's Bodyguard. Those are all, you could kind of tell I'm into comedy and stuff. One honorable mention, no, I don't have anything. I'm looking forward to the other animated stuff. Is nostalgia being overused in movies these days? I don't really, it's so impossible to be original. Who cares anymore? If the movie's good, it's good. Top overlooked films, performances? Well, I kind of said what I think more people need to see. Although Batman vs. Superman, people don't like that. That's a good movie. Movies with a great premise that blew it. I had one. I forgot. Whatever. If I think of it, I'll come back. I have to speed through the rest of these. Most I don't have something. How can studios make video game movies work? Be good. A theater production you would want. Does Hamilton count? Is this musicals? Yeah, sure, Hamilton. I want that turned into a movie. Okay. Let me get through this more. I'm almost done. If I could have one genre left to watch, comedy. Okay, we're almost done. Cast the Back to the Future remake. If I'm just doing Doc Brown, it's Jim Carrey. Should we go, who are some young stars I could cast as Marty McFly? I saw Tom Holland somewhere, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't know. Who are some kids? I don't know. But yeah, Jim Carrey, that's the main thing. Yeah. Almost done. I hope I didn't miss anything. Thoughts on Harry Styles being in Dunkirk? If he's good, he's good. That's a lot of my answers, if he's good, he's good. I don't know. I feel like I'm just skimming through these quickly. I think that's about it. So yeah, good questions, everyone. Sorry I couldn't be the best at answering, and I have a lot of unpopular opinions. If I see any I missed, then I'll probably just edit this in. Bye.